Today, we'll look at 5 secret ways that you can catch more fish on Ned Rig Baits. Now, you can rig your Ned Rig standardly on a mushroom or round head and pull it on the bottom and you will catch fish. But these baits are so much more versatile and anglers are not taking advantage of these techniques. Before we get into them, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on weekly videos to catch more bass. The first way to rig these baits is a Wacky Rig. Just take a sinking bait like an X-Zone, Ned Zone, or a Guggenradl Ned and stick the hook in the middle. This rig doesn't have the wobble of a normal Wacky Rig, but it does have the glide and profile of a small dying bait fish. I'll throw this near docks and flats with spawning bass. This technique moves slowly, so you'll need to use it around cover that bass are likely hugged up on. The second way is on a drop shot. The small nature of the Ned Rig baits gives the perfect appearance of a bait fish, and it's also perfect for suspended fish. I like to have floating baits nose hooked and sinking baits wacky hooked to keep the level appearance of a minnow. Now the third rig is on a bitty jig. I like the small Strike King ones. You can get them at Walmart for $2. This presentation allows you to fish the Ned Rig a lot slower while still giving off an action. When you pull and stop, the skirt will flare up, enticing bites. I'll also use it around wood and vegetation, where a standard Ned Rig would likely get hung up. The fourth rig is on a Shaky Head. This will allow you to fish those baits that don't float in a similar fashion. If you put on a bait like a Radl Ned or X-Zone, it'll tend to fall over no matter how heavy of a jig head you use. The Shaky Head gives off a similar defensive presentation while allowing you to use those lures made out of plastics that don't float. And the last rig is the reverse Wacky Rig. You can take an egg sinker and thread your line through the eye. Tie on your bait. As you give it slack, the Elastec baits that float will rise and gives off a different presentation than most fish have seen. This also works great for fishing shallow because you can reel it in on the bottom without making a big splash. Thank you so much for joining in this video. For more Ned Rig videos, click this video on the end screen.